You are now listening to the Life of Produk podcast.
Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. You're now locked into the Life of Produk podcast, episode 67, man. Yo, this is what's up. I got my brother from another mother on the show. The brother Ismail was goody, my guy. Was good. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is like fam right here. Ish is the first dude that ever put me in the studio. You know what I'm saying? We used to have a group called the Hollow Heads, man. Shouts out to Cut. Rest in peace to Cut, man. Cut actually recorded us. We was at Cut Sister Crib, right?
Yes, we were.
Son,
we were there.
That was like the dopest, most tedious, hardest session I ever had in my life because we was recording on like analog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Son,
but he was a perfectionist.
He was, because he was like flipping the tape over. He was like, "Yo, I need two more." It was wild though. It was dope, but it was one of those things where like you always gonna remember that.
But you know, for those who remember Master Cut,
yeah,
you know, he was a hustler.
He was.
When I say hustler, I'm not talking about the bravado where everybody think the hustle.
Nah.
He had a lot of hustles. He had clothing.
He did.
He sat there, set up shop at the store.
Yeah, he did.
And what was that one? Was that part Hickory called?
I forgot, but I know by the gas station. By that gas station. Yeah.
But he was set up.
He was.
And he would just have so many other things he had his hands in, plus music. And
he did.
His sound quality was awesome.
He kind of like set the bar for like a lot of local producers and just people doing music around here. Look, man, not to advocate, but a lot of people kind of hated on Son on the Low because he was doing his thing. But I feel like he set the bar very, very high, and he actually he put a lot of dudes on from this area. You know what I'm saying? And what I like about it is the fact that even in death, a lot of people they still give him credit.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
And they should.
Yeah. I think I had just moved back to Brooklyn when I got the call that he had got killed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of shootings around here, like in this area. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
It's wild.
For his name to still ring true is good after all that time.
Facts.
Because you're going to say a whole lot of time has passed, but a lot of time.
Yeah. Shouts out to his nephew Mario. That's my homie.
Definitely.
I ran into Mario, I think a year ago. Really good dude. Really, and he's got a lot of hustle, just like his uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yo, I want to switch gears for a second, man. I met Ish years ago when I moved out here to North Carolina. Ish is like my brother from another mother. Shouts out to his moms. Shouts out to his family. Yo,
thank you.
You're back up north now, right?
Yes.
What's the vibes like back home?
The vibes back home. I think COVID came through and knocked out a whole lot of things for everybody.
COVID is a devil.
It's still, it's so fast paced. It is what it is. It's not going to change. Gentrification is what I think is crazy right now.
It's bad, and it's in Jersey.
I would like to see more black people have more stake in the hoods that I grew up in.
Yeah,
and it's something that I'm working on right now because at some point in time we got to hold ourselves accountable.
Absolutely,
to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
I've seen a lot of changes. Versus there versus here. I think there's land still here that you need to grab up.
Facts.
But where you grew up, you need to have a piece of that.
It's I don't know what the laws is like as far as owning land in Jersey. I know New York City is really hard. I believe you could own land upstate New York. I don't know about Long Island. So one of my older homies, he snatched up land a few years ago. And what happened was, I don't know if I ever told you the story about that. So his aunt, on his mother's side of his family, they were Black and Cherokee Indian.
Yeah.
So apparently in New York City, if you can prove that you were of a certain tribe, like a Cherokee tribe, you were owed certain blocks. So there was a car lot that knew that his family owned it, but was squatting on it, and he had to get the sheriff involved. Yo, the sheriff, when the sheriff comes to the borough, is lit.
Yes,
so they had to kick the car lot off or whatever. Here's how they did him dirty though. So what happened was they went to court. The judge said, "All right, Your Honor, this land." He had to bring like paperwork with everything. The judge said, "You owe $1 million in taxes." So the judge gave him his land, but said, "You owe $1 million." He was like, "Well, how am I going to pay $1 million?" He said, "I'm gonna give you 10 years to pay it." So you want this man to come up with $100K for the next 10 years every year? So you know what I'm saying? So basically, if you don't come up with it, they take it back. You know what I'm saying?
Fine print, the writing, the clauses, the credit got to be straight.
Everything.
It's a lot involved.
It is.
You got to cross some T's, dot the lines.
Facts, dog. And to me, I feel like as far as Black ownership, I feel like as a community, we don't take it serious enough.
No, we don't. And
we don't.
You've taken that seriously enough. Right now, this is digital real estate.
Facts.
And what people don't understand is when you say those words, you pair them together. Digital real estate. You are on the internet. Views are being,
What?
It's totally, it's going. You know, you get likes and everything. People are seeing that. There was a young guy named Brother X. You know, he mentioned the eyes. You know, so I'm going to teach you how to get eyeballs. You know, and it's like, what are you talking about eyeballs?
Yeah.
You're watching the product. You know, show. You know,
I better keep watching.
You know, so not only that.
Yeah.
It's just a whole bunch of things that fall into play. If you have a platform to speak,
you
know, you are getting this YouTube money. You know, you're getting notoriety in some way.
Yeah.
And so this is where your digital, real estate comes into play.
That means that's very dope. That's very. Put me on to do because I want to like. I don't know if he writes. I don't know what he does, but I want to listen to this guy because I'm a learner.
He's in the Nation of Islam.
Okay, I'm a learner, and you know what? I was talking to my homie the other day. One of my good friends, Paula from back home, and we were talking about everything. Her man is in the stock. She was telling me some of the stuff that he did a while back. She's also into the Nation of Islam, very, very, very heavy. And what I like about Paula is the fact that she's very self-sufficient. Paula didn't go to college. She's like very big in IT. She worked for IBM at one point, stuff like that. We were talking about just like how everything from the Quran is relatable to everything with UFOs and all this alien talk right now.
Right.
She the way she broke it down, I was like, yo, this is crazy. It's but even though I'm not a Muslim, I have a very high level of respect for the Muslim faith.
Oh yeah.
Because just for years off and on, just like dabbling and reading on it, looking up different things about it, is dope. It's very dope,
it's
man.
It's a clean way of living. It's a clean way of thinking. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is.
You ever see yourself going full into it?
Any religion, I believe, and this is just my belief, is a man-made belief. I think what holds, what your glue is, what your super glue is faith.
Yeah.
You have to have faith.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying necessarily I have to ask it, but I read, and I take on, my own intuition.
Yeah.
Because you can easily just say, I'm this, I'm that, and a label. A lot of times people fall short. You're human.
I fall short all the time.
You fall, and it's not a problem falling short, but you gotta be accountable for that.
Yeah.
I can't say, I'll walk the righteous line all day. I don't.
Yeah.
I try. I get pretty damn close.
Yeah.
But there's times I gotta check myself, go back, study what was read, come back with a different perspective, and then put it out to life and keep on moving.
Yeah.
Some people don't do that.
No, they don't.
I can only speak for myself.
Yeah. Accountability is a big thing that I think us as black men, we didn't really. Me and you, we were raised with that.
Yes.
But black men as a whole, we don't, especially right now, we don't stress accountability enough. People are not taking accountability enough. They're not. You have people right now. Like I watch a lot of other podcasters. Like I'm not fans of too many of them, but I watch them for research because I believe whatever genre I'm going into, I need to do my research. I need to understand what's happening. Like when we was talking about stocks years ago, from up until now, I did my research. So I do a lot of research on like public speakers. I don't even just watch black podcasts. I looked at people from other genders, people from other nationalities. I go deep with it. And a lot of what I notice, and not just in the black ones, the whole podcast world, a lot of them say a lot of bullshit and they don't take accountability for the stuff that they say. They put a lot of false information out there. They put a lot of negativity out there. Negativity is an energy. And it's a ball that's been building hard since the dawn of time. And right now it's like, I think right now is at an all-time high for how big it is. And a lot of them, they put this stuff out there. They have a problem with saying, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'm weak, I'm soft. If I let my guard down.
That's not even the case.
Say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's like, being apologetic about something is not an issue.
Exactly. But it's like everybody got egos.
It's a personal problem. And that's something you have to fix if you're around people. You just mentioned, black men in the community. Like I said, once again, I can't speak for everyone. Yeah. But I'm aware. Yeah. I had a conversation with someone, recently near and dear to me. And his woman was going in, on black men. And I was like, really? But I had to listen to what she was saying because I felt like none of that amounted to me. Yeah. So I had to think to myself, like, wait a minute. This is what's being said. Don't be so sensitive. Listen. I can sit here all day and say it's not all of us. But the minute you say that, you're deflecting. Yeah. All right.
I never look at it like that as a deflection.
I can say it's not all of us, but I also got to acknowledge that there's a problem here.
Yeah, there's definitely a problem.
When it's 80% versus 20, even in the lower percentages, you know what I'm saying, and that are not acknowledging or ignorant to the fact that there is an issue. You know, that's something that, you know, needs to be addressed as well. Yeah. You know, but the majority, you know, we on the internet. There's a video that surfaced, and this white dude, he's boxing this black woman in his gas station store. He rocking this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
A black man walks up and he passes like nothing's happened.
That's what we at with it. But hold that thought. We got to pay these bills real quick. Shouts out to Anchor FM. I love y'all for the distribution and the sponsorship. We will be right back with episode 67 of the Life of Produk podcast. Yeah. G, it's the boy Produk from the Life of Produk podcast. We are now back. Shouts out to Anchor FM. Shouts out to the listeners, man. The listenership has grown from national to international, man. Yo, y'all over in Italy listening to the kid. Y'all over in Romania listening to the kid. It's lit. We in just about every state. I really appreciate y'all from that to the viewership on YouTube that's been growing. Shouts out to Danny Johnson, man. Actor Danny Johnson that was on the last episode, man. Danny, I got to hit you up, brother, because we was talking about the NBA Finals. What's up with them? What's up with your Celtics, man? It's 2-2 now, brother. By the time this drop, it's gonna be 3-2. I don't know who gonna take it, but you know what I'm saying. But
they like to sit down a lot.
Yo, listen, man.
Trying to get them free throws.
Yo, listen. They kind of, you know, it's a 3-point team.
They was out to the Warriors.
They was kind of off.
Shout out to the Warriors.
Man. I told Danny, I said, yo, I don't know what's in that leprechaun soup up in Boston, man, but they be killing teams, man. Everything from baseball to basketball to football. So I don't know what's going on. So I wish the Knicks and the Nets had that. Yeah. It ain't never gonna happen. But yo, let's real talk, right? Even I remember when the Nets first came to Brooklyn and we had Darren Williams. It was lit. We used to go to the games, all that. So even though I'm not back home, if I was back home, I would still go to the games. Oh, yeah. And y'all kind of up the price on this when y'all got Kyrie and KD. I respect it, but the tickets kind of, you know what I'm saying? Them $25 tickets went to $100.
Prices up on everything.
Stock went up.
Us just even talking about the prices. The prices is going up. So,
y'all hit us with them COVID prices, B. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we were talking at the end of the last segment. We were talking about you said that a white dude was fist fighting a woman at a gas station. Yes, and people were just walking by. And it's sad. But yo, right now, right? If a kid get jumped in the street, ain't nobody doing it. Everybody gonna have their phones out. Yes, nobody's helping.
We live in an era where we pick out the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there's drama happening, we turn on the cell phone.
Mm-hmm. People go live and all that.
You know, they go live, they world starring it, they Instagramming it.
Cowards.
It's
cowards. It's cowards.
And,
all cowards, man. Did you see the video? I think it dropped a few days ago, right? And it was on a Brooklyn bridge. And these kids was robbing another. They was like 17. And 17-year-olds, they put the hammer to the kid. Two of them, one put it to his chest, one put it to his head. He's screaming. Everybody like, oh. So y'all was really willing to stand 3, 4, 5 feet away with your cameras out, knowing bullets could fly anywhere, but nobody helped. So it's like 2 or 3 of them that got guns to the kid, but there's about 20 or 30 of y'all that could have overpowered them and stopped it. And like I said, accountability. If you are out in the street, and I like, look, real talk, we all like minding our business, right? We all want to wake up, go where we gotta go, and make it home safe, right?
Minding your business, sometimes get your ass home.
Exactly. Minding your business will get you home. Sometimes, look, and you was raised in Jersey and you was in New York in and out because your family was from there. I was raised in Brooklyn, but I was in Jersey. Same thing, right? Yes. We are firm believers, and we know firsthand sometimes stuff get lit. Yes. It get lit. Yes. Stuff pop off sometimes. When it pop off, you have a decision. You're gonna have to either pop off with it, go home, or go home and live with the decision that you did nothing.
But there's a mentality in the culture that says, all right, well, I don't want to be a snitch. I'm gonna mind my business.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with me. And they walk away.
Yeah.
Your grandmother could be in the same situation.
Facts.
Your mother could be in the same situation.
Facts.
Your sister, your daughter, could be a cousin of yours, your girl.
Facts.
And you mean to tell me you still gonna drop off and be a coward?
Yeah. Don't be Peter Parker. Don't be Peter Parker where the dude ran past him, he could have stopped him, and he killed your uncle.
Yeah, and you know a lot of these celebrities, we give these celebrities a pass when
we give them too many passes.
They not always the brightest.
We give them too many passes.
And you know what I mean? Yo, people, get upset when you mention it. See, the thing in our community, we like to pick and choose what we like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who we like. All right, well, so-and-so came out with this. They got the banging song right now, man. They did what? Oh, I still like their music. I still, they don't hold these people, accountable for what they're doing, what they've done. Like, we got the Blueface thing. Why is your mother fighting your girl in the street?
So stupid.
And you standing there watching.
He been in drama ever since he had like one hit single, right? And after that, every year has been drama. I've watched videos of this dude fighting his BMs. doing all kind of stuff. At a certain point, it's kind of like, yo, why are we condoning this stuff? And it's the stuff, yo, we like I was talking to Chase and I said, yo, internet got an off button.
Yeah.
I said, yo, I turn a lot of stuff off. I don't watch certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I be hitting the thing that say, don't show me videos. Like, I don't be want to watch that stuff. Because
you're not interested.
I'm not interested. Right. It has nothing to do with me. I don't want it to have some type of effect on my mood for the day, for the week or whatever. I'm not right. And then some shit is just stupid. It's stupid.
You can't run away from it because at some point in time, it's going to be right there in your face. We could turn the internet off. We can disconnect and go on with our lives.
Yeah.
But when we come back, this is our reality. And it's like, look, it's how we deal with it. Mm-hmm. And problem solving is coming up with solutions, period.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that separates the men from the boys. You know?
Yo, it need to be separated, man. Does. You know, a lot of I met a lot of celebrities, whether it was doing business or just being somewhere in New York, whatever, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes is soft, and a lot of these dudes is, if y'all really knew their personalities, you wouldn't support them. I was
when we talk about soft, break it down, because you live in, we got to.
Oh yeah. Excuse me, like, I don't want to get. I don't mean soft in like a homosexual way. I mean soft like he's not the toughest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I remember years ago, I was in Beverly Hills with this joint. You know what I'm saying? And we was kicking it, right? She was from like the Valley, so it was my last night in town. So I was like, yo, let's go to Benihana's. So what was that? Benihana's, a restaurant. We was in Beverly Hills, Benihana's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we was in Beverly Hills.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so mind you,
I got to get out more.
I had a little bit of money at the time, but I was the brokest dude in it because it was nothing but actors and entertainers. Yo, right. There was one table next to us, or Asian dudes, and I forgot what movies it was, but I was like, yo, that's something from the bang. Yo, I was kind of starstruck when I didn't care about everybody else, but I love action movies. I just wanted to walk up and be like, yo, shake their hand, but I didn't want to bother them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not that type of dude. Yeah. So
not starstruck.
Yeah, so we at the bar taking shots, waiting for our table. I don't want to say what R&B group was in there, but something funny kind of happened, right? So me and her, we sat down. I'm like, because I didn't have to drop, so I'm like an hour in taking shots. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom, right? So there's an R&B singer female that's out right now that everybody all knows. She went to the bathroom right before me, or whatever. So I get up from the table, I go to the bathroom. An R&B dude that was with his group sees me and thinks he probably thought I was gonna try to like mac his chick while she went to the rap, but I wasn't even. I've been taking shots all night. You know what I'm saying? So I come out the bathroom and he's sitting there like this, just looking at me in the chair, and I'm looking like, and I go like this, and the dude looks at me with his phone. He goes, Me being from Brooklyn, I was like, fuck you trying to do, B? And I hit him with that, and he gets on his phone and looks away. So Shorty sees it, and she was like, yo, is that such and such? I was like, yo. She was like, did you just like curse at him? I was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking like, yo, son, this is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
To go down, right?
Like, no facts, like real talk. Yeah. So it's the energy out here is just weird to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very insecure way of doing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
like you a whole millionaire,
it's feminine man. I mean,
like, son, you a millionaire. Terrible, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I would have backsmacked him. You know what I'm saying? But you're a millionaire, son. You're a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you off camera who.
Please do.
Yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get canceled yet. Y'all might try to cancel me. Let me get rich first before y'all cancel me with a backup plan. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna front. That was a lit night, bro. You lived in Cali for a while, man. What was that experience like?
At the time, I was in high school, so I liked it. You know, it was everything that I pretty much grew up with, minus the crime.
Yeah,
you had the gangs and all of that.
Yeah,
but it was different.
Yeah.
When I came from Newark, I never seen kids with cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Kids had their own cars. You know, we didn't have that.
That's what I saw when I came down here. That was weird to me. Like, we didn't have that back in Brooklyn.
Predominantly black where I was at. You know, if I saw somebody white that was fixing a telephone pole, or he was up, you know, in the mall or whatever. You know? There was probably one white kid in my class, you know, when I was in school.
That's crazy.
So when I went to high school, you know, we had more because they were there. But other than that, I really didn't see anybody. This is like around the time my mother rooted from New Jersey and went to California. So seeing these things, it was like, wow, just you complaining, but you have a cell phone in your face. You complaining, but you got a car.
Facts.
You know, so me being
and you probably got parking. You probably ain't got to circle the block 10 times. You know what I'm saying?
Me being from somewhere different, I fit in easily. My sister and I, you know, we were charismatic in our own way. I never followed anyone. Yeah. You know, so peer pressure was never a problem. Yeah. We moved around a lot. So just well cultured in a sense.
Yeah, now Cali is dope. I love the vibes out there. I didn't go to Cali until I was like 22 was the first time I went out to Cali. And I was like, yo, and I've been going out there ever since. Like, I think being from New York, I tell people all the time, right? People be like, oh, I went to Cali before. First thing I say is what part of Cali? Because Cali is so big. SoCal is different from the northern side.
And it's got a lot of beauty to it.
Man. It does.
Last time I was out there was 2015. And man.
You ever been upstate, like the upper side of California?
You know, it's talking about South San Francisco, right?
Above San, when you go like another 2-3 hours, when you go like another 2-3 hours out of San Francisco,
I went to where the piers and everything was.
Oh yeah, piers is dope. Like you got like Fisherman's Wharf and all of that. Yes. I didn't know the homeless rate was that bad out there. It's
like
tent
sad. Cities and all that
it's
kind of
sad.
Stuff. That's
yeah, man.
That's something.
But yeah, we're gonna be right back with the Life of Product podcast. We're gonna come back with third segment of the show, man. If you guys need interviews, sponsorships, check the description below. Hit me at lifeofproduk@gmail.com or Korporate.Ent @gmail.com. That is corporate with a K. Let's talk some rates. Let's get you on here. Bang, bang. Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Produk. We're now back with the third segment of the show. I got the brother Ismail on the show with me, man. So for those of y'all that are watching, you're gonna see, and those of y'all that are listening, man, shouts out to all the streaming platforms that picked the show up, man. I ain't gonna front you. I'm real talk, right? I never really imagined me doing this. Have you ever done something in life where 10 years before that, if somebody told you would have been doing that, you'd have been like, nah, that's crazy. Because that's where I'm at right now with it. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing.
It is. We got to count our blessings, man. Yeah. And that's another thing, man. We were talking about the violence like here locally and stuff like that. Remember Mary? We used to go to school with Mary Hemphill. Mary was dope. She was always. She had glasses.
I think I know.
Yeah, Mary. Shouts out to Mary for coming to the show. We rocked out for like an hour. Me and her were talking about like a lot of the stuff that's going on locally, and I told her I would like to get all these little dudes around here that's gang banging and all the beefs, and I want to get them all in one room.
Yeah.
Not even a podcast. I don't even want to podcast it because I'm not trying to make money off it. I'm not trying to come up off of them, but I really want to get them together and be like that voice that could kind of heal everything going on. Because there's a lot going on right now in this little area. And the message I've been trying to put out there to a lot of young people are listening to the show now. Like I checked the analytics. When I first started, it was only that 30s range. Then it jumped to the mid 20s. Then it went to like 18 and lower. And I was like, all right, I got to do something. So I want to put this out there because a lot of people from this side of North Carolina listen to the show, believe it or not. So I want to put this out there. I would soon like to get all of them together, not on the show, get them in the office, or we meet up in some neutral outside place and sit all of them down. Because I feel like if nobody does something about this, it's going to get worse.
Well, it's needed.
It is. It really is, man.
Like I said earlier, we were talking about...
And me and Mary was talking about... Yeah,
it's time, especially for black men to step up.
It is.
Play and do things like that.
It is.
Right now, it's looking crazy. It's like we're fading out.
Yeah.
Dead, in jail, locked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your colorist against your own women.
Yes. Yes. That's another issue.
Look, you do what you want to do, but you got a high number that's gay. I'm just being real about it, you know what I'm saying?
Snap.
Or in prison.
Yeah.
My thing is this. It's time to step it up.
It is.
Rest in peace to the brother. They want to talk about Kevin Samuels and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with what that man was saying.
I didn't agree with a lot of it that he said.
He tore women down. He tore black women down.
Yeah.
He pretty much depicted an image of black women that was not something that was shiny.
Yeah, I was kind of half and half on some of the stuff that he said. Some of the stuff that he said, I was like, okay, I agree with that. But some of the stuff that he said, and this is not me talking about a dead man, but I'm gonna keep it real. And I was saying this when he was alive. It didn't come from a genuine place.
No, it didn't.
I felt like like I said, some of the stuff the man said, I agree with because he was kicking facts when it came to some stuff, but it all wasn't facts.
It was a lot of it.
A lot of it was opinion.
And people, want to say they respect him for being polarizing. You can call it polarizing if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But it was not in the flavor where we needed to hear it. Yeah. Women didn't need to hear it that way.
Yeah.
Black women didn't need to hear it that way.
Nah.
And it didn't help anything. If anything, it started a fire.
Sometimes you gotta start a fire though.
But
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be a pyromaniac. Only you could prevent forest fires, okay? Stop it. So it's when you're talking, exactly.
Get you the hat.
Yeah. So when you're talking to certain people, and you want them to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You can't just jab. We have to learn how to talk to each other.
It's like poking the bear. The bear's gonna bite back, and a lot of black women were biting back, and it's crazy that they celebrated the man's death. I get it.
Well, when they say women, black women celebrated the man's death, I want to know who these women are.
Oh, I've seen a lot of it. I've seen celebrity black women.
I really haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've heard some.
Oh, it's there, brother.
Comments.
Oh yeah, it was. They was happy.
That,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody really celebrated the death. It was just a simple fact of saying he did not back the women.
Yeah.
Of his culture.
No, he definitely did.
This man has a black daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His mother's black.
Mm-hmm.
So when
he was married to a black woman.
When we talk about these things coming out, things being spewed, there's something going on upstairs or in his heart that probably was able to get out.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. You know what I think it was? Hurt people. And
this is true.
I think that man was hurt at a certain point in his life, whether it was a relationship. A lot of unspoken truth. A lot of black men that are turned down from black women carry that forever. They don't let it go. Whether she denied him sex, whether she didn't want to date him, whether she laughed at him, a lot of black men carry that from, it might have started at childhood, they carry that to adulthood. That's why a lot of black dudes get money and they shit on their own women. That's a lot of them do that. They carry that. Why you think
That's a personal problem?
Why you think a lot of rappers be like, oh, they ain't want me back then, they want me now. That's one of the first narratives you hear a lot of black men rap about, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, brush that shit off. Let it go. The thing I think in the black community, a lot of us, we didn't have the people in the household to say it's okay to cry, it's okay to let it go now. You know what I'm saying? And
you fell down, walk it off.
Yeah, walk it off. When you was a kid, right? How many times you scraped your knee, son? You know what I'm saying? I remember I was on Schenectady Ave with my pops, and I was acting up, running around. He was like, yo, stop that shit. As soon as he said it, it's like the universe pushed me. And I fell and I scraped my knee and I started crying. He was like, he gave me that look. He's like, I don't want to hear it. I wiped the tears right away. A lot of y'all black men need to wipe your tears. Wipe your tears and like cut it out. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we don't have enough black men that are taking initiative to be leaders in the community.
They're not serving.
They're not.
And we're the only race of people who have these problems. You're not serving your community. I've seen other races where they say, you know what, I took on being a nurse. I took on being a carpenter, an electrician, because I wanted to serve my community.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's going to do it, I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get it. I'm going to get it for me. Versus, you had the cat out there on the corner saying, yo, I'm going to sell these drugs and everything. Yo, they going to give it to somebody. I'd rather it be me.
Yeah.
And that's the place of hurt when we had, you had to do that. Right? There was, back then, it was a look around and say, there was nothing else I could do.
Yeah.
It was, either the wicked jump shot or
I
got the rock.
Yeah.
So, the other rock. So,
yeah.
Now
the one that come with a red top.
Yeah. Now there's more opportunity.
Yeah. Way more opportunity.
They want to tell you that it's not. They want to play you and base you with the race card and all that kind of stuff. But there's more. There's more. There's more than that.
You know what I want to say? I remember me and you, before I ever moved to Jersey, me and you used to have a lot of talks about Jersey, right? Then I actually moved out there. And here's one thing I noticed, right? I was on the northern side. I was in EO, right? Yeah. Shouts out to EO. EO is dope. EO, I remember I moved to EO after they cleaned EO up, right? Then EO started getting bad again like a year before I moved. And I saw it. Like, it hurt me watching it because I started watching more gangbanging. A dude got popped right on my corner. You know what I'm saying? Did you come to my crib when I was in Jersey? I can't remember if you came.
No, I was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
In Brooklyn, I came.
Yeah. Okay, so when I lived in you're familiar with EO. Do you know where the YMCA is at?
I do.
Okay, and it's right on the corner of William Street. So I lived in a house right next to an apartment building on that corner. A dude got popped one day, right? The dude got popped. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. They starting to shoot over there, right? I remember everything was shut down at 9 o'clock at EO. Dude got popped. I went online and looked at it, right? The dude had just got out, like, not even a month before that. What happened was the dude got arrested because he was a driver in a drive-by. Driving a drive-by 10 years before that, they killed a kid that was a college football player he was going to go to the NFL. So it was basically retaliation, right? Now you talk about leaders, other everybody else is a leader we don't have in our community. I've driven around all them little small towns in Jersey, Union, Parsippany, all them little small towns. I've driven in all times of day, whether it was nighttime when everything shut down, whether it was daytime when kids get out of school. You know what I noticed in those other little small towns? When the kids get out of school, the kids were all walking together in groups with no parents. You would have like one person on the corner. I would always see like a white person here watching them, things like that. They had that community thing. When you went to EO, when you went to Newark, it wasn't. It was nothing but tension in the air. You seeing kids fighting. When me and Christian went back for Halloween weekend, the night before we left, a 17-year-old kid got popped in the chest in an apartment building in Newark in the lobby. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and the thing is this, man.
You know what I'm saying?
If we're going to change it, like I said, black men need to step up to the plate.
They do.
Right? I don't have to watch the news to know who's shooting people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
me making that statement right there is powerful because there's a lot of people who will get sensitive and say, "Well, that's what you're saying. All black men. That's what they're out here doing. That's what we're made for. That's what we're built for." No, that's not what I'm saying. All right. You want to come out here, big up these retarded rappers. Okay. Okay. That's talking about killing somebody in 900 different songs in 9 different ways. Yeah. All right. And that's all their
It's like the drill rap movement. It's like the whole drill rap.
That's all their catalog is about.
Drill rap is dope, but at a certain point, it has to change the subject matter of it. You know what I'm saying?
The subject matter needs to be changed.
It does.
There's more things to talk about. There's more things to present. But also in reality, you know, what are you doing, you know, to make sure that this stuff is solidified, you know, with these kids?
Half of y'all rappers talking about guns. You never even loaded a clip, B.
Nah.
You never you never put a gun in your pants and walked up you've never done that. You've never done that.
Or seen somebody killed in front of you.
Son.
You know, come on, man.
Let me tell you, I remember when I was younger and I was like 14 years old, son. I saw a kid pistol whip. You know what I'm saying? If you've never seen somebody pistol whip, to see a person scream when they getting pistol whipped, it's one of the scariest things ever. Because he's getting pistol whipped so bad at a certain point, he's probably wishing he's getting shot. He wants it to end. It blood everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And this is not me trying to get graphic. This is me painting a real picture. A lot of y'all little dudes out here, you run around here, y'all doing the senseless killing and all that stuff like that. It has to stop because y'all ain't gonna live past a certain age. Then things come with consequences. And I tell people all the time, you got other little dudes out here that's not on it. They want to go to school. They want to just live a good life. And then they get caught up in crossfires and stuff like that. They got people that care about them. Now you got to deal with the parents and the brothers and the cousins of them. And it ain't gonna stop there. Look at the Nipsey Hussle situation when Nipsey got killed. God rest Nipsey Hussle's soul, right? And it was reported on the news that when the dude did it, the dude that supposedly or allegedly killed Nipsey, his peoples, it was reported that people was looking for the dude. They couldn't find him. I believe they shot the dude pops. They shot one of the dude cousins. I believe it's pops. I know they shot one of the dude cousins. But this is the thing. When y'all do stuff, it come with consequences. Y'all not ready for that consequence. Because you might be ready for it for yourself, but what about your family? And the people
that's true. And you have people who try to come up out of that and leave that. But, they go back to where it all began. You got to learn how to leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? That whole culture is detrimental to you shining.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? You got to come back and give back. But, don't be like, only certain people can stay in the hood and still say, I got security. I got people down the block watching me. I got people off the block watching.
But so another question.
And then, like I'm saying, you got the younger guys getting got, getting backdoored. I want to say rest in peace once again to Pop Smoke. Nobody forgot him.
Nah, we definitely forget Pop Smoke.
What happened?
I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that. It
hurts to the core,
I'm still mad about that.
But it's so many people. FBG Duck, you know what I'm saying?
That just happened like 2 days ago, right?
No.
What was it?
This is what, 2 years ago?
Oh, because I'm just now seeing it. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
2 or 3 years ago. So
Trouble got killed.
This is people Young Dolph. So you know what I mean? That was really shocking. But
he was going to the store about cookies, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
The industry is misleading.
It is.
And like I said, it's time for the men to stand up and actually make sure that this is not going on anymore. We can't go into another year like this. We can't go into another century like this.
So, unfortunately, we will, because it's not going to change, because there's not too many people like that.
I see what you're saying, but I don't agree with that.
We've had this talk before. You have more faith in them than me.
It's not even having more faith. It's about who's willing to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
There's going to be some that come behind you.
Yeah.
But there's also going to be some that stand with you as well. The moves have to be made.
You know what, too? I think I told you this before. Like, I can't remember when we had this conversation. I feel like as Black people, we need to self-segregate. And I say self-segregate because we have to, as a community, of people look at the ones that want to just be peaceful, who didn't raise our kids to be killing each other, and we need to self-segregate ourselves from everybody else. Now, people might look at me like, Produk, you from the hood, you from Brooklyn. No, no, it's not. It's not, because at the end of the day, there's a war going on in America. Civil War II started already. It started already.
World War III is already started.
Yeah, son, you go on your phone and watch a war in Ukraine and Russia right now.
It's America versus Americans. In the midst of everything else going around.
There you go.
As long as you're in America, man, you're never going to be free.
Yeah, you're not.
And what we need to understand, black people don't need to be in America anymore. Every black person walking around on 2 feet, they are worth $1 trillion ahead. We are $1 trillion walking business. Each and every one of us individually. You no longer need to be in America anymore. We need to uproot and go shine somewhere else. The minute that happens, America will be in trouble. We're the only ones that gravitate and entertain the bullshit. We give our culture. We accept anybody into our culture. And it's like when everybody shits on us, it's like, oh, I thought I had a friend. And now you want to take it out on, the people around you. Yeah. That's not what it's about. We don't know our worth. Yeah. Now there's those of us
America's community dick.
There's those of us that do. You know what I'm saying? They out here, they got what you're doing, with your business and everything. You got your podcast and other ventures. You have millionaires out here, multi-millionaires and billionaires who are black.
Facts. There's a lot of them. Y'all just don't. You know what I respect about them? They keep it low. They're not out there. A lot of them are not out there boasting and bragging. Yeah. The dudes that y'all hearing record boasting and bragging, they at the low spot of the totem pole when it comes to money.
And they're trying to help their community. Shout out to Narissa Reeves for Professor Honey.
That's what's
Credit and lending. She's phenomenal.
That's what's up.
She's phenomenal. Please, I'm gonna mention her.
Yeah.
To you,
yeah.
Everything,
definitely. I'm gonna Google her.
And you have like a list. The list is long, but it's not long enough to say, all right, we're going to redirect the tide of what's going on now.
Yeah,
because it's very bad out
here. It is bad, man.
And like I said, brothers, I can't stress again. Watching this, step up to the plate, handle yours. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at the black women, man. Yeah. Don't get mad at the black woman because she's doing what she's supposed to do. All right, you see it with the white man. Don't get mad. All right, you know what I'm saying? You have your shot.
I've never been the type of person that see interracial relationships and get mad. I say love who you love. That's me.
Yes, this is true. But when it comes down to it, you want your people to be unified. You know what I'm saying? You hear a lot of brothers, looking and saying, "Well, I don't like being with a black girl because they're not submissive."
Now,
or
my issue with that, I'm glad you brought that up.
Saying? She got the weave, she got the nails, and all that kind of stuff, and it's detrimental. You can't
bring that energy. Like my issue, all right, black men that date white women. If you want to date white women, go ahead, date white women. But don't shit on black women while you're dating white women. Don't act like you just had this huge come up and forget where you came from. Like, I got an issue with that, because when you do that, it sets a negative tone for everything. And I've met, now listen, we having a real conversation right now. Yeah. I've met white women that were used to dating black men that felt like they could openly shit on black women verbally just because of the things that the black men have told them. Like I said, hurt people. So a lot of black men that was butthurt over dating black women that gravitated towards white women, they started putting that bug in their ear. Now, I've had conversations with white women that be like, oh, well, we do XYZ for them. Okay, that's great, but why you got to be a white woman doing XYZ for a black man? Why can't you just be a woman doing for her man?
Well, we are aware that, when it comes down to it, the black woman is the most rejected and disrespected woman.
Oh, yeah. So that's a whole rabbit hole that we could go down with all of that. Yeah. Now, to play devil's advocate, I feel black women need to step their shit up too when it comes to certain things, because a lot of black women, I love how black women in 2022 are very independent now. They're taking care of their households. They're going to school. They got careers.
They have no choice because the man ain't stepping up to the plate.
He's not stepping up to the plate. But
the black man.
Do you think that sometimes when you have black women that are at a higher tier, do you think it's hard to date them as a black man?
No, I don't. I feel like anything that you want or need while you breathing, while you living on planet Earth, is obtainable.
Yeah,
that's not going to intimidate me. But
some men are intimidated.
But I do believe that you have to compliment that woman.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? But all right, if the woman is making more than me, all right,
I've never had a problem with dating a woman that made more. I've always done great with making money, but
if I want to do that, then I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to be the one saying, I can't take care of myself while I'm with you, or seeing you. Yeah, I have to be able to do that.
I was in a relationship once where we was making the same amount, and when she started making more money, she switched up on me. But I never let that. I never let that hinder me long term mentally or emotionally. I never did, because I know what I was capable of, and I was right back to it, making more than her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that didn't last. But at the end of the day, I see a lot of black men that say that they feel that black women that are of a higher tier have a problem with being submissive, which, hey, some of them do. Some of them do have a problem with being submissive. This is true. So, but at the end of the day, too, I did an episode called Know Your Lane. So if you know that this black woman is, say if she has no kids, if she's making more than you, and you feel like you can't get out of her what you want to get out of here, fuck it. Take your talents to South Beach. You quote unquote. Take it somewhere else. Go date somebody else. There's like how many billion people on the planet? So if you feel like you can't get any more or out of what you want out of that woman or man, if you can't get what you want out of that person at all, why the fuck you stressing over that? Go where you're appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
And this is exactly what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? What black women are doing. Mm-hmm. They're saying, I ain't going to wait for my black knight in shining armor, because he out there doing something stupid. Yeah. But now you got this white man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
It is what it is, yo.
Facts. I see why. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't have to be a part of that. I'm not a part of that. Yeah. But there is a greater amount of us that is a part of that. And it's time to wake up, because we basically don't exist.
Some people
they see. Well, let me cut you off. Oh no, they see you when I'm walking up, and before they open our mouths, we're viewed as a degenerate.
Exactly.
And that's not the case.
Definitely.
So
definitely the case.
I can't get mad at that. There's times where it bugged me, because it's like, damn, I want to shoot my shot. I can't. Because I'm taking out of the game before I start. All on my appearance.
Fuck shooting my shot. I'll go slam dunk somewhere else, man. Exactly. Like, it is what it is.
You grow up, you listen, you learn, and it's like, all right, okay, look, I don't have to display it for you. When you talk to me, we sit down and have a real conversation. You know who I am.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad that we touched on that, because there's it's like a spider, and there's so many legs that we can extend out from that conversation and whatnot. But I feel like society right now is very one-track minded. Oh, yes. Very, very one-track minded. You got these stupid memes and quotes that we read, and you got these corny-ass rappers that put dumb shit in songs, and people are running with it. It's like, no, one, you were not built like that. Two, you want to, a lot of people want to vicariously live through these artists. A lot of these artists are broke. A lot of them are broke.
We would be here all day.
A lot of them broke, and they getting screwed over so bad. They live in show to show. Definitely. Because they were in a hole from what these record labels did to them. That's a whole nother talk. Me and Chase was talking about just entertainment and everything as a whole. And I was like, it makes no sense that in 2022, we don't have, as black people that have put work in, from singers, rappers, producers, we don't have enough ownership. That's like years ago. I remember years ago, I used to read USA Today every day, and Master P, they was talking to him about, he said how recently he went to like 4 or 5 rappers. This was early 2010s. This was early 2000s, like 2004, I think. Yeah. 2003. He, at the time, you had all these record labels. You had Def Jam and Scope, but Universal was like the main one doing distribution for all of them. Remember,
era too.
It was a great era. That's before the So remember how back in the day, you could open up a CD case and it had the little illuminated shit and it said Universal in it. Remember the CDs? They would say Universal, but it would be like a Def Jam CD.
Yes.
Why Universal? That's when I found out. Master P went to like 4 or 5 rappers. Yeah. He went to Jay-Z, I believe, and like about 4 or 5 other people, and said, "Yo, let's start our own distribution." He was like, he said we could fully operate. He said we could mass produce our CDs. We could do all of that, and they all told him no. He wanted to start something called Gutter Music Distribution, and they all told him no. All of them told him no. And I was like, at the time, I remember this story. I said, yo, if at least 3 of them would have said yes. But the thing is, it would have cost a lot of money. They would have, like before, if you look at what all of them was worth back in like 2003, 2004, it would have took damn near more than half their net worth to do this. Because if you got distribution, you're going to need solid artists. Now,
but they would have gotten it back.
They would have gotten it back. Or what if they would have got, shitted on by the music industry, and they would have been like, all right, this ain't owned by y'all. Y'all, we're gonna let your ship sink. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of them was looking at. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of them looked at it and they said, you know what? Let's play it smart. But it's probably a good thing they didn't do that because 10 years later, everything was digital. We had iTunes. So the ship might have sunk. You know what I'm saying? It might have sunk, you know what I mean? But we have digital distribution companies now. You got Empire, you got TuneCore, which is, I think, so right now with artistry, man, you could be a dude in your bedroom recording music and you could drop a song tomorrow for $9.99. You could pay $9.99, distribute a single, and become a millionaire.
It's easy to get your workout.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you ever see this happening? Because when we was doing music, everything, we was like, yo, we need a deal. We need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And it was a little harder. You know, you did footwork and, you know, you didn't have the digital footprint you have right now.
Exactly.
But it's crazy because it's so much easier. You know, you got your, you know, you got DJs and everything, got the 2 turntables.
Yeah. They got exactly.
Now, you got a little you know, chip with all the music on it now. You know, you put it in there.
You ain't got to carry crates no more.
You know what I'm saying? You got to carry the crates.
You ain't got to carry none of that.
You got some people who choose and have the means to do that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they like the authenticity of it. But it ain't many. That's too much. Ain't
nobody carrying records no more.
Not in 2022.
Nah.
Now, you know, as far as digital era and everything, I think that it's a great thing as far as technology advancing.
Absolutely.
But, you know, like with everything else, there's a dark side to it.
Oh, yeah. There's
I don't think that we're ready for that dark side. Let's have a conversation when we be here all day long.
I'll tell y'all one of the dark sides. One of the dark sides to it now is the way the music industry is. From what I've read, they have no point system for digital music, for streaming and for downloads, which is crazy to me. I know the old point system was like 100 points on an album, 8 cents a point. So if somebody bought the album, say if you produced for 20 years ago, you produced for him, and they gave you 2 points, you got 16 cents per album sold. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually, that's a huge come up.
Right.
So say if you got 3 points per album, you got damn near a quarter. You got 24 cents, right? So now they're not doing that. So it's like, all right, where's the money going? The money coming in, y'all acting like y'all don't know where the money going, but y'all just, Guru was on an interview one time. He was talking on a panel, and he said they haven't created a point system yet for digital music. This was, I don't know if they have it now, but this was like a 4 or 5 year ago interview, a panel that was online. My thing is, why have y'all not done that yet?
Well, you know, it's a lot of stuff that goes in it as avenues, and you know, there's reason why these things are not standing up.
You know,
and a lot of it goes out of money, follow the money.
Yeah.
A lot of times they say the game is to be sold.
Sold not told. Exactly.
So
and they ain't gonna tell you nothing. They might not even sell it to you. They might just keep it to themselves.
Once you get in and you learn how this works, it turns you off.
Yes.
I'm always going to be a hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You see this right here?
Facts.
This is always going to be me.
Word.
I don't have love for the industry.
Like me, I told somebody one time, like I came close to a record deal a couple times, right? And they asked me, they said, yo, why after that, why didn't you just go this way? I said, because I never chased fame. Exactly. I said I loved music so much. I was engulfed in creating it. For the younger artists listening right now, I'm gonna drop a serious jewel on you right now. If you want to get your music popping, you have to chase fame. I hated the fame aspect of it, but you have to chase fame. This is why artists be more famous than they are talented.
Well, you know, you chase it to a certain extent. Like, you know, I want to say rest in peace to DMX. You know what I'm saying? The way DMX felt about the game later on is the same way I felt about it. You know,
and I can't blame him. I can't blame y'all for that at all.
You know, he had a means to say, all right, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I don't have to chase the fame anymore because I am that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, you know, they know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I walk in the gutter hood.
Yeah.
And
I was
I'm
just
still
banging that first album yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? So he was all right to just walk off. There's other people who haven't got that respect yet because they haven't been in the game long enough. They haven't proven themselves.
They haven't. X was special, man.
Yeah, so you know, definitely beyond.
Yeah.
But, it's one of those things where you have to look back and say, all right, do I want to do this? Is this something that is me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Does it suit me anymore?
Yeah.
You know, does it really have a bad taste in my mouth?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to stop because it's taking my energy. You know what I'm saying? The means of saying, all right, I'm getting my money. I'm getting my notoriety for what I do. I love what I do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't answer those questions.
And the sad part about the music industry nowadays, a lot of these kids don't know nothing about the business. You literally got you was the first person to put me on about music publishing. I knew what it was, but I didn't know how to get it. And then BMI. You showed me how to get an ASCAP account. I had the writer's account after that and the publisher's account. I remember I got to the point I was running Craigslist ads. I was like getting paid to help people set up their accounts and stuff like that. I went to this dude I knew. I was like, yo, son. I was like, yo, I dropped the album. He was about to drop another one. I was like, yo, why don't you take my service? I was like, yo, I'll knock $20, $30 off of it for you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna give you a discount. I said, but my thing is, I don't care about the money. I want to help you.
Right.
I said, you drop the album, you drop in another one. I want to help you get your royalties. He was like, oh, well, my distributor such and such, I'm gonna get it through them. I was like, I said, you've been doing music as long as me. I said, if you think you're gonna get all your royalties through that, you are. I was like, well, have a good day, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's, drop another jewel on y'all. There's about I'm not gonna tell how many ways to get paid off your royalties, but there's a lot. There's a lot of different ways to get paid off your royalties and your music. And a lot of y'all little dudes, I see a lot of y'all 100K views. I see some of y'all post y'all distribution stats. You getting 50,000 streams off this, right? You still ain't get all your money yet. You ain't get all your. Jay-Z didn't get all his money when he first came into the game. He had to hire a lawyer. And when he hired a lawyer, the lawyer got him a big check, a royalty check, about 6 months later after he got him hired. And this was back in the late 90s going into the early 2000s.
He didn't even own Reasonable Doubt? He still doesn't. But
I know he owned the other albums, but he didn't. I think he owned part of it, but Dame got part of it. It's a weird thing. Yeah. But when it came to his music royalties, when he was like, I think his second album in, he was
right now it don't matter though.
You're a billionaire, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Jay-Z, right?
Shouts out. But he was owed a lot of money in royalties, music royalties, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of the things, when you come into the game off the street, you don't know that. And a lot of these young dudes don't know that. Y'all know how to do a reel, y'all know how to do a stupid TikTok video, but you don't know how to get paid off your music all the way. And I got a problem with that.
That stupid TikTok video could bring some money in though.
Fam, I'm gonna drop a jewel. I'm gonna drop another jewel on y'all. If you had your royalty paperwork together, you would see YouTube on your ASCAP statement. I'm gonna shut up now because I ain't giving y'all no more free game. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up right now and giving y'all no more free game. That free game is done for the day. Maybe in another one I got you, but I'm gonna shut up now. But yeah, it's the boy Produk, Life of Produk podcast. Shout out to the brother Ish for coming through, man. I appreciate you, brother, man. You got any shout outs you want to give to anybody, man? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out my mom.
Word up.
My daughter, her birthday was June 10th yesterday.
Happy birthday. So tell her Uncle Keith said happy birthday.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, man.
Your daughter looks just like you, by the way.
Hey, my sister back up.
You know what I'm saying?
St. George, man.
Word up, everybody good, man. We out
episode 67. I like what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, you know, it wasn't easy in the beginning, man. But people like you in my inner circle, y'all kept me going.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. It's like it takes a village. Even when you've grown, it takes a village. Definitely. The village don't stop after you turn 18 years old. When you and this is another thing I want to talk to the people about. When you got a village around you, a very, very strong support system, you can elevate the heights that you never knew you would get there. You can keep on going, man. It's infinite. It's really infinite. But you have to give it back. You can't be a vampire just sucking it all up. You have to give it back. You have to. The support that your inner circle give you, you have to give it back to them.
Like we said earlier, you put here to serve.
Absolutely. And
you could be up in here all day, but you can't be upstairs and ignoring what's going on downstairs. At some point, you got to come downstairs.
And a lot of y'all doing that. I be seeing that, man. Don't be that cousin that just want to call when they need something. You know what I'm saying? Hit people up just to say what up. You know what I'm saying? Or be the one when they call you, you do it for them. Because your universe is going to reward you. You got to pull up. You got to pull up. Yo, listen, sometimes it get lit, right? Y'all ain't ready for that. Cheers, the boy Produk, Life of Produk podcast, episode 67. Your boy is going to Vegas for his birthday. And when I get out there, I'm going to podcast from Vegas and I'm going to drop it the next day or possibly that same day, depending on how lit I am, because it's gonna be a lit birthday. I'm out, baby.
You are now listening to the Life of Produk podcast.